Just arriving in Benidorm for a weekend of fun with the watch boys. Watch this space. So just arrived at the hotel. Met my friends downstairs. Nice little room. I stay in this hotel quite regular, to be fair. Well, whenever I'm up in Benidorm. Great little views from the terrace. I'm sure I'll be doing a live while I'm here. And I've noticed I've got a jacuzzi. Woo-hoo! It's actually too hot to be outside by the pool, so we've come, well, the boys are at the bar there, just getting a beer. And we've come inside in the air conditioning. You can tell I live in Spain. Hi guys, so I am in Benidorm, as you can see. I'll let you have a little look around. I've got a corner penthouse, which is quite nice. When I say penthouse, it sounds all flash, doesn't it? Top floor. So I was downstairs with a couple of the watch guys that was have popped out to see me and Paul. So let's get this a little bit more interesting than just me. And we just got a call from Richard Inman, and you would have seen all this by now, that Richard's had a problem entering the UK by the counter-terrorism unit, which is exactly what I had the problem with a few months ago. So hopefully, if you haven't seen it, it will be over on Paul's channel, and I'm sure Richard's channel as well. But it looks like this is widespread now, guys, and this is obviously the reason why I had the problem back in April. But yeah, so I was trying to bring an upbeat video, but that sort of put a bit of a dampener on it all, isn't it? You know? So anyway, we're in Benidorm, and I'll be seeing Paul and a couple of the watch friends a bit later on. So Paul, what we doing, mate? We're in Benidorm. What we doing now? We've been out for a nice meal.
The way that you always ask me the question and stick the camera in my boat race.
Yeah, but you're used to it.
We're going out for a jolly in this.
In what? In this? In this? No, not that. Oh, that could get a bit dangerous on a Friday night.
Listen, this is Spain. It ain't England, mate. I can look. I'll leave my bag on there.
You have as well. You've even left your mobile phone charger in the glovey.
Don't get nicked here, Danny.
Mate, I'm a bit concerned getting here. Are you driving?
Of course I'm driving. Yeah, I'm the only one that's not been drinking.
True, that is true. 3/4.
Introduce the boys. We got
right. Okay, so we've got Paul here, our driver for the night. Chris,
all right, mate.
Wearing his Paul Thorpe watch. Look at that, loyal to the bone. Paul number two. Paul number 2, who's not wearing his Paul Thorpe watch, but has got one with him. Has got one with him. And the son-in-law.
What's happening?
What's happening?
You're getting in the back, Danny boy.
Oh no. Listen, if you go around the corner too quick, that ain't going to hold me in. I'm a bit concerned about this. Anyway, let's go. Join us. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm a bit concerned about this. Paul's giving it the large, so we're getting a little bit snug in the back here. We've got our rucksack now in the boot. Oh Jesus, I forgot about that. Turn the music off. Oh God. Benidorm Friday night. All I can smell is blooming alternative cigarettes. Paul's driving. I've got. Look, what's stopping me from falling out?
Take them off-roading.
Yeah,
take them off-roading now.
You want to go off-roading?
Yeah, go on. Anything for a crack, mate. Friday night, couple of beers, who cares? So this is Benidorm at its finest. I feel like I'm in one of them tut-tuts.
Let's do some giblet spotting. Get your zoom ready. I'll let you know when I see something.
Paul, you need to go into business selling these, mate, or renting them out at least.
Ready? You know that it does that.
Come for a tour around Benidorm with us in a slightly unorthodox vehicle. We're all holding on for dear life because that is all we've got.
Danny, you might have some giblets over here, mate.
Giblets. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely some giblets.
Well, there's a pig walking around in the middle. Benidorm by night. Wow. Hey mate? Quiet tonight apparently. I'm not from around these parts. I'm not going to show you those t-shirts. I hope you didn't notice them or read them. Hey, hey! Sorry. Of course we would be slightly behind the... No, I wouldn't, Paul, to be fair. I know you ain't had a drink, but yeah. There you go.
Hey, this is dropping me in the ready.
Do what, mate? Yeah, fantastic, mate. Place like it. Thorpe at the wheel. I'm going to live life dangerously, look. God's sake. How dangerous is that? Hey mate. Well, that was a bit mental. It's definitely a bit of Paul, for sure. We all feel like a chocolate milkshake now, completely stirred up. Yeah, make sure you lock it, Paul. What's the time? It's 11:10. Look how busy it is.
I think quite a lot of these as well. I think a lot of them are Spanish.
Yeah.
Most of the Brits are pissed up down there in Shrew. Falling over curves.
Happy birthday, dear Paul. Happy birthday to you.
The birthday boy has to have the sound.
Thank you very much. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
You know what them two candles are for, don't you? The first time you had sex and the last time you had sex.
Hey, I've only had sex once.
I asked for a room that was out the way and quiet. We couldn't get much quieter than that, look, right at the end. Lovely, jubbly. Nice little room. When you're relatively sober and you're watching it all walk by, it's quite funny. Left and right. Benidorm of night. Or should I say the early hours of the morning, actually. On that note, I'm going to bed. Good night, everyone. Good morning from sunny Benidorm. It's very, very early. I had a terrible night's sleep. Stupidly, I went to a bar last night with the boys, and I had a coffee and a Bailey's coffee, and it's just kept me awake all night. I should never drink caffeine after 6 o'clock. Anyway, it's the day of the march today, and I'm feeling pretty crap that I'm not there. I'm going to be honest. But I suppose to compensate a little, we've got a lovely sunny day. And this is very early in the morning. I've been awake since 6:30 because I just didn't sleep. I had about 3 hours sleep last night, so I'm not showing my face on the camera because obviously I look like death warmed up. Good morning. So we're all huddled up around a little iPad in the hotel reception, waiting for Tommy to arrive. He's due any second. We're watching Tommy's channel. He's due any second. Wendell's on the phone to obviously find out where he is, because he is 5 minutes late at the minute. Signal's terrible. Paul and me are a bit gutted that we ain't there. Well, not a bit gutted.
A bit.
Totally and utterly sick that we ain't there. Look at that crowd. There's estimates between 1 and 2 million. How true that is, I don't know. But how vastly different this one is for us than last time. Come on, Tommy. Turn up, mate. Saturday night madness. She's still on, the girl. So guys, I'm on my way back to home. I've been in Benidorm for a couple of days, which was amazing. Benidorm never really fails to sort of, you know, you can't go there and not have a good time. It's a real fun environment, and I met up with a few of the watch boys from years ago, any of those people that followed my channel from the start, and obviously when I was on Paul Thorpe's channel to start, it was all to do with watches for about 3 or 4 years. I was on the channel all the time. It was great. Wonder sometimes why we ever went over to a different topic, but there you have it. And yeah, there was a few of the boys come out. One of them was his birthday, so it was nice. And we just went out for some meals and, you know, a few drinks. Didn't really drink much, to be fair. Paul never really drinks anyway. He'll have a shandy at the most, half a lager shandy. He likes his Cokes and bits and bobs like that, and a Tia Maria coffee I think he likes. I had a couple of beers, again not much. Not one time did I feel drunk at all on the whole weekend, which was nice and probably quite rare for Benidorm. But we had a good time. And obviously yesterday we arranged to meet at a hotel, and we had a decent sized iPad, and we watched. Obviously you can't watch it on mainstream media because they don't report on proper news, they only report on their agenda. But we all sort of sat down, had a couple of drinks, and watched 7 hours of, you know, the event in London. which I'm hearing very, very mixed attendance figures. Anything from 1.5 million up to 3 million people. I don't know, I wasn't there, and I certainly weren't going to do a head count, I can tell you that. But if you listen to the mainstream media, obviously they put it a few thousand, or 100,000 or 110,000. There was probably 4 times that on London Bridge alone. So we're definitely into the million plus. Listen, I'm quite confident that it was way, way, way over 1 million people, which is unbelievable. I mean, you know, from what we saw, all the flags coming together, you know, England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, you know, and lots of other flags as well that was at the actual march, and it seemed to go swimmingly well. I understand there was a few conflicts, but nothing bad. I mean, look, in all fairness, you put 2 million people anywhere, there's going to be arguments at some stage, isn't there? I mean, otherwise, why do you need security at football matches, and why do you need security at, you know, small events like, you know, concerts and stuff? And why would you have security if there's never going to be any trouble? Or why do you have a police presence if there's never going to be any trouble? So you know, of course there's going to be some people that get, you know, angry, and there's an awful lot going on in the UK, let's remember. So anyway, we watched that for about 7 hours. I was quite quiet, I would say, while I was watching it, quite thoughtful. I really, really wanted to be there. I really wanted to be there. We're just about to go through a toll, guys, so I'm going to have to slow down for a second. I'm not holding the camera, by the way, look. It's on one of the arm things where you just... And the tolls, by the way, I'm going through it as we speak. The tolls are actually free at this time of year. I don't know whether they actually ever charge for them. I'm going through it as we speak, so sorry about the bump. There's a little bit of a... And sorry about if the screen's waving about a little bit. It's this new thing I've just got, you know, from the Chinese shops. It's quite good, but it doesn't seem to be holding it particularly still. Anyway, I'm sure you'll forgive me. Where was we? So yeah, we was watching it. I was very, you know, I'm not going to say upset. I was very angry that I didn't feel that I could go to the event, and I know Paul was exactly the same. We spoke a few times during it, you know, and it's just, look, it is what it is. We didn't go. At the end of the day, the two of us being there wouldn't have made much difference anyway. The event was very, very peaceful to a large degree. I mean, as far as we could tell, I'm getting messages from people saying that they had the best day of their life, which are, you know, how fantastic is that? Absolutely fantastic. So we went out for a meal last night after watching it for 7 hours. We had a curry, had a couple of drinks. Again, no one in our group got anywhere near over the top with drink, that's for sure. Yesterday I probably had 1 pint of beer and 1 or 2 Baileys with ice. That was it, over a very long period. So, you know, none of us were there to get bladdered and, you know, what generally people go to Benidorm for. But look, we had a nice day, and went out for a meal last night, and then we stopped at a bar for a couple of drinks. Again, at that bar I only had a Diet Coke and a water, I think. Wasn't really in the mood to drink, and I went outside, left the boys downstairs talking to a couple of people that met us. They recognised Paul first, and then me from Paul's channel, or my channel, whatever it was, and they were all talking in the bar. I went outside and I spoke to Tommy, and he was ecstatic, should I say. I mean, that's the only way I can really describe the conversation. He was very, very happy how the event went. Very couldn't believe the amount of people that turned up. He said he knew it was going to be busy, he said, and he did say, which was lovely of him to say, that myself and Paul were very, very sorely missed. So yeah, maybe next time, maybe next time. But like I say, I've got a few things that I need to sort out in the UK before I fly back again. But it was nice to speak to him after such a busy day for him. It was nice. I wasn't on the phone to him for very long. I actually got a call from a friend of mine that was with him, and that's how I spoke to him. I didn't call Tommy, and Tommy didn't call me, just because of all the people out there that will probably start going, oh, you don't know him, but you spoke to him on the phone. Well, there you go. I had a friend of mine that was in his company, and my friend phoned me, and that's when he said, Tommy wants to have a word. So that's where it was. I've got about another hour and a quarter, about an hour before I'm home. Really looking forward to seeing Sophie and Carter. I don't sleep particularly well when I'm not with Sophie. For some reason, I don't know why. I just don't sleep particularly well. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I won't blabber on too much longer. I had a great weekend. I want to say thank you to Des, Chris and Paul, not Paul Thorpe, the other Paul, and obviously Paul and his son-in-law, and we just had a really, really nice time. Thanks very much for joining me, guys. Today's Sunday. Obviously the march was yesterday on Saturday, and obviously a bit of the filming was from Friday as well, because I went up there Friday afternoon. And today's Sunday, so I'll probably put it all together and I'll put it out for Monday morning. So when you're watching this, I'd just like to say to everyone, have a great week, and I'll see you all soon.